Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my hope that you are well and your Sunday is cool. So, the political rallies that have been taking place in the name of Thanksgiving are raising more questions than answers. So, William Samoei Ruto's government has been having political rallies in the name of Thanksgiving every Sunday. Na ni jambo ambalo tunajiuliza, bona kila wakati, kila siku ya Jumapili imekuwa ni siku ati ya shukrani. And the question that many people are asking, what are we thanking for? What is this that we have to keep on holding political rallies every Sunday? And in my view, I can say that millions of money is being spent here. And money is being spent because it requires a lot of money to organize such huge political meetings. Remember, we are a country that is begging food. We are a country that is talking about deaths. Na watu wa Kenya Kwanza wakati ambapo walichukua hatamu za uongozi walianza kulalamika wakisema kwamba nchi imefilisika. Wakasema ya kwamba hamna chochote in the treasury. They were saying there was nothing. Yet you ask yourself, where are they getting this money? So what we can say in a nutshell, that Kenya Kwanza is spending a lot of money. Kenya Kwanza is misusing public funds. This is embezzlement of funds. This is misappropriation of funds. This is misusing public funds. Ni kuvuja pesa. Ni ubadhirifu wa hali ya juu sana. Tunatumia pesa za umma kana kwamba hamna kesho. Tunatumia pesa za umma like, I don't know, who budgeted for this? Do you want to tell me that it is William Samoei Ruto and Gachagua who are financing these gatherings? Are you telling me that they are getting the money from their pockets? Ni jambo ambalo tunafaa kulipiga kwa kinywa kipana, kwa sababu ni jambo ambalo haliwezi kuachiliwa vivi hivi. The other thing is that what we can say in a nutshell is that William Samoei Ruto has started the 2027 campaign. It is too early, Mr. President. It is too early to start campaigning. Even before the dust has settled, even before you have settled in the office. Kile ambacho tunaona ni kuanza kujipigia debe, kwa sababu what like now they were in Kitui today. Kile ambacho walikuwa wanafanya pale ni kujaribu kuwashawishi watu waweze kujiunga na Kenya Kwanza. They were trying to convince people, like the governor, like Wavinya Deti, trying to convince them, to convince Kalonzo, to join them. That is why we are saying, when you look at what is happening, these are just 2027 campaigns. And you ask yourself, what are they fearing? Kwa sababu kile ambacho tunajua ni kuwa ikiwa walishinda uchaguzi huu, they should be comfortable. There's no need of panicking. Because what you can say is William Samoei Ruto is panicking even before he has settled in the office. The other thing is that as he does this, Uga is selling at Kenya shilling 250 in major supermarkets in Kenya. And never in the history of this country have we ever seen the price of 2 kg flour selling at 250. Kenya shilling 250. In a country where more than half of the country are living with less than a dollar in a day. Kwa hivyo ni jambo hili linafaa kukemewa na watu wanafaa kufanya kazi, because I believe that William Samoei Ruto should be working. It is time to work. It is not the time to politic. It is not the time to campaign. Wakati wa campaign utafika, ukifika, we shall continue campaigning. But now what we need to have a working government. We need to have a government settling in office. People want results. People want to see the price of commodities coming down. And the other thing that we are saying is that this government is relying on the Bible to solve election challenges. We have nothing against the Bible. The Bible is very good. The Bible, we also read by the Bibles. But we are human beings. We are in the planet Earth. We are not in heaven. So, are you telling me that the Bible is going to solve the economic challenges that we are having? Kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba hata waasisi wa Biblia wenyewe, because you see the Bible was brought to us by the missionaries, and we have to solve political problems politically. We have to solve economic problems in a way that it should be solved, not the Bible. The Bible will not help anything. Use the Bible to pray, but don't use the Bible to wink people that you're going to solve the problems through the Bible. The other thing is that, and you look at the government. The government is still on the honeymoon. Instead of working, it's like a man who has always been on the honeymoon, always honeymooning, instead of going for a honeymoon for maybe 1 or 2 weeks and then going to look for money. But when you see the government, because by the way, we are almost 70 days since elections. And what we have, William Samoei Ruto is past almost 50 days in office, but he's still in the honeymoon. And when I had Rigathi Gachagua campaigning, and you see, they are basking in the miasma of defeating Raila Amolo Odinga. And in fact, they are still calling him Yule Mzee wa Kuzimia. What is this now? They are still castigating William Samoei Ruto. They're still castigating Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is not in office. The buck stops with William Samoei Ruto. We want to see results. We want to see a government that is working. Then again, we can say, without fear of contradiction, that Kenya Kwanza is bringing a lot of religious division in this country. Because who is going to visit the mosque? Who is going to visit the mosque on Fridays? Kwa sababu kile ambacho tunajua, the president is a symbol of national unity. But when you have the president turning the country as if there is only one religion, and that's why the constitution is very clear. If you read the constitution, Kenyan constitution is very clear that Kenya is a secular state. We cannot say that we must separate the country and the religion, because you have the Muslims, you have the Hindus, you have the Buddhisms, we have many religions in this country. But when you have the president who is putting Christianity ahead of other religions, then you can see how we are saying that he's bringing a lot of division in this country. The other thing that William Samoei Ruto needs to note, when I read the functions and the powers of the president, there is nowhere in the constitution that prayers are said to be part of his functions. There's nowhere. Because he has so many functions. He's the head of state, head of government, a symbol of national unity, can declare war. All those functions are there and outside the constitutions. And there's nowhere that there's a function of leading the country in prayer. He can do this maybe once in a while. But when it turns that he's doing this every Sunday, it is something that is even boring people. It is something that many people would actually ask many questions. The other thing is that these people are using military choppers to avoid meeting people and using dusty roads. Kwa sababu tunaona barabara nyingi zina vumbi, barabara nyingi hazipitiki, miundo msingi iliyopo ni hafifu. So what they are doing is that they are trying to avoid people. They don't want to be disturbed by the people as they drive on the road. They are escaping the reality. They're using military choppers. And these military choppers are owned by the government. They are owned by the common mwananchi. And it is very expensive to fuel military choppers, because kile tunaona ni kuwa wakiendelea hivi basi mwananchi atakuwa akitumia nini, tutakuwa tukifanya nini, and it is not something that we expect. And the other thing is that what we have is a president who is behaving like a bishop. William Samoei Ruto is not a bishop. He's not an archbishop. No wonder we are calling him Nabii, kwa sababu ya vile ambavyo anaeneza injili kutoka sehemu moja. In fact, it's just like Paul, St. Paul, the way he would move from Corinthians to any other state. That's what he is doing. We have a president who is preaching the gospel to all mankind instead of working for the people to solve the economic problems, to solve the political problems, uniting the country and doing anything that is bestowed in his office. The other thing that is coming out very clearly is that these political gatherings are meant to attack Raila Amolo Odinga, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and Kalonzo Musyoka. Yet we are not in the campaign. Yet these people are not in office. In fact, Raila Amolo Odinga is not even in Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta is living with our wild beast in Masai Mara. He is enjoying a game drive. He is driving himself in towns. And the Kikuyu as well are begging for his assistance. So what William Samoei Ruto need to do is to work and forget about Raila Amolo Odinga and forget Kalonzo Musyoka and forget Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It is his government. Uhuru alimaliza na alienda, hakuna haja ya kila wakati ashida akisema akimlaumu. The clock is ticking. The 100 days are very new. They are very near. And after 100 days, I will come here with the list of what William Samoei Ruto promised to do. Because when I look at the list of things that he said he is going to do, I think he has not done anything. Yet, we are almost halfway into the 100 days. So William Samoei Ruto need to settle down in office, need to move on the ground and stop campaigning and work for the people of Kenya, because that is why he is in the office. So if you're here for the first time, kindly remember to subscribe to our video, like our video, our viewers and subscribers. We are very, very grateful for the way you have been supporting us. We are very, very much humbled, and tomorrow we shall continue giving our political analysis. And may you have a blessed night, and God bless you. God bless Kenya. Bye-bye.